okay? It was a lot of suspenseful music and nothing was at the end, okay? Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Shamir, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for joining me again today. And your girl is back doing a movie review, okay? Can you believe it? Because I feel like it's been forever, okay? But I finally saw a trailer for something that I actually wanted to see, which was M3GAN, of course. So as you can see by the title, we're going to give you like a little basic review first. And then I'm going to timestamp it for you, so don't worry, okay? But at some point, we have to definitely talk spoilers and get into the real tea about what's going on in M3GAN. So today, I'm going to be joined by Serena, KJ, and TJ, because of course, when I said that I wanted to go see the movie, they wanted to go see the movie too. So yeah, let's just jump right in and let's talk M3GAN. We literally just left the theater from seeing M3GAN. It's a school night, so we're gonna, keep this going. But I was like, we're not talking about it the whole way home in the car because we have to discuss it on camera, okay? So this review is gonna be a little different. I know we usually do like the group time, the movie watch category, and all of that good stuff. But I want to do it a little bit different since, I have a group with me and we're all getting in on this review. So let's jump right into just some generic thoughts about the movie. I'll ask you guys some questions and then you can let me know the answers to the questions. So first up, especially for the two younger ones, was the movie scary?
No.
It was, well, for some
like
people...
a 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10 scary.
Okay, what do you think?
For some people, I would think it might be scary because it was a lot of, like, murder, gore, and death, and blood. So, it might be scary for a lot of people.
Okay. Okay. I guess that wasn't giving away too much. So I think you can see from the preview that M3GAN definitely offs a few people. Okay, so that wasn't really a spoiler, okay? I must say if you go with kids, okay, there are a few moments where you're like, oh my God, like, did they just say that? Like, are you serious? But it wasn't too bad. I mean, it's rated, I think, like, what, PG-13?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I thought it was rated R.
No, it's not rated R.
I don't think that was enough to make it rated R.
Yeah, it wasn't rated R. It was rated PG-13, okay?
Yeah.
So, what I will say is, I feel like I'm going to let them come in on the spoilers. That's what I'm going to do, because it's just so much to talk about. Mm-hmm. Generic review for you guys. Is it worth going to spend your money on? I feel like yes. I don't think after you watch this, you're going to feel some type of way like, oh my gosh, I spent my money and I feel some type of way. No, that wasn't a thing. Okay, another thing I will tell you too is, you guys, we stayed all the way until the end, watch all of the credits go, okay? All of them, because somebody wanted to see, oh, is there going to be like another scene at the end? No, okay? It was a lot of suspenseful music and nothing was at the end, okay? So, look, as soon as the movie go off, just go ahead and get up, okay? Because the poor workers was trying to come in there and clean, and the man kept walking in and looking like, dang, y'all still here? But I'm like, at the same time, he could have told us that nothing else was going to come up on that screen. He just let us sit there and watch all of that, okay? So that was a thing. And then, I feel like it's not scary, like we were saying. It's more suspenseful, okay? So if you're one who doesn't just like scary movies, I don't think it's going to like freak you out like that. It's just some suspenseful moments, and there are actually a few funny moments in the movie as well. So honestly, it was real good, and I don't feel like all of the good parts were just in the trailer, because you know how you watch some movies and it's like, okay, everything that was even halfway interesting was already in the trailer, so you felt like you already seen it. M3GAN had a few little surprises for us, okay? So it definitely was like, okay, it's worth the money. Go see it. and I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. I wasn't disappointed. Y'all weren't disappointed. Were y'all?
No.
And I gotta say, for a horror movie, it wasn't really.
It wasn't a horror movie. Who said it was a horror movie?
You guys.
We did not tell you it was a horror movie.
Nobody said it was a horror movie.
Okay, well, we just said that it was suspenseful. Okay, so here's the cue. Okay, so if you don't want any spoilers or anything, just go ahead, pause this. Okay, comment. Let me know. Hey, I'm going to the movies to see it, and then come back and watch the rest of the video so that you can hear all about what we had to say, and then we can really start chatting in the comments, because I had some thoughts, and I know you guys have some thoughts, and honestly, we're excited to really talk about what we really thought about the movie. So I have my phone because I took some notes, and yeah, we're going to jump right into it. Okay, I knew it was gonna be a thing when the scene that we did come in on was when the guy was flipping out and he called a sidewalk puppet show. I knew it was gonna be a problem. Okay, I knew Megan was gonna be a problem. Did y'all feel like that whenever we got in there?
Yeah,
I think so. I saw Megan at first, and I was like, that I wouldn't trust that thing.
Okay, where'd you go?
I thought that suspense was coming towards it, like the foreshadowing of the kid,
Okay, but you gotta talk to them.
Oh yeah, the foreshadowing of the kid.
He's talking to me. Talk to them.
Hurting Megan's companion, basically. And the suspense started, and Megan showed up, not even working properly. So that would mean I would run at that point. I would just run. I would not trust even walking near that.
Okay, what did you think initially when we first see them having this conversation in this first scene that we walked in on when he called her a puppet show because the thing wasn't working right now? But technically it wasn't Megan then. Okay, so I want to. Okay, so look, at this point, if you watching this part, you already seen it or you don't care, and it's not a spoiler for you. But okay, so we see that this thing that she's working on is like a prototype or something, but it's not actually Megan yet. Okay. But you still knew that something was gonna happen, okay? Now, there was a moment where her boss was like, you need to put that thing up, okay? That's probably when she should have listened and gone ahead and put the thing up. But no, she wants to take it home and be like, oh, she's gonna work on it at some point later. All right, what else is it that you want to talk about?
Okay.
We still at the beginning.
I wouldn't say there was too much foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm.
But I did notice, like, with how they were explaining, Megan's mechanics and all in the beginning,
mm-hmm.
and pointing out like different important pieces of like her robotic body. I could definitely notice that was gonna come up later. It didn't come up later in the way that I thought it would.
Mm-hmm.
But the way it came up later worked, so Mm-hmm.
And then another thing too is, I don't know if it was just because I only watched a quick trailer on Instagram. Like, I didn't actually go looking for other trailers for the movie. I didn't know that Katie's the Megan's companion and stuff, the little girl in the movie. I didn't know that wasn't her actual daughter. It's like, okay, that's her niece and she has custody of her because her parents died or whatever. So just from what I watched on the trailer, I honestly thought that it was like, oh, a mom who works in this industry is just creating this for her child. So, okay, that was a part of the storyline, and honestly, I was like, okay, here we go. Something always got to be sad at the beginning of the movie, like, why? You know what I'm saying? But it made sense, because then you got to piece everything together. So, I didn't know that was going to happen, but, okay.
I got it.
Okay, let me know something real quick, what you got. Let them know.
Okay, so I knew at first, like at the start of the movie, when they were talking about how Megan worked, from what it sounded like, how they were explaining how she learns based on whoever she's paired with,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't sound like it would work right, because if they don't know that much on how she learns, something could go wrong. She'll learn the wrong thing, because a lot of AI do that. They'll get it to learn something, and it learns the wrong thing. You have to try to fix that before it gets out of hand.
Okay, so you figured that's probably what was gonna go on with Megan.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's start getting to the good stuff. Okay, to me, one of the things that really stood out in the beginning of the movie, you guys, Megan and her outfits. Okay, now honestly, I was like, Megan looks creepy. Okay, we all know Megan was looking a little creepy, and she was doing some bad stuff in the movie. But wouldn't she show up? Megan had on the cutest little outfits. I was like, look at Megan with her coats and her little tie and all this other stuff. I mean, she was dressed really well. So whoever was in charge of that, okay, kudos to you, because you did a good job. Okay, Megan was dressed. I was looking at her like, I might need to take some fashion tips from Megan. Like, I wanted that little coat and everything. Oh, and we're going to get back to the scene with her in this coat, okay?
I like the glasses.
Yeah, I have this further down. Like, Megan was styling, okay? She was styling, okay? Let's see. What else do we want to get to? Okay. See, when Megan started getting creepy, y'all, when she brought Megan to the house, okay, and Megan started staring out of windows.
She was staring out the window, like giving everything that looked a death stare. It was creepy. I didn't like it, and I felt threatened behind the screen.
You felt threatened behind the screen?
I felt danger.
Now, the time whenever I saw her, like, looking through the window at one scene of the movie, I thought that she was going to look into my soul.
What? Okay.
Because that stare, though, that gave, like, that ominous vibe of just, like, I'm gonna kill you, you know?
Okay. What you thought Megan looked creepy with the stare?
Megan.
I'm asking Serena if she thought Megan looked creepy with the stare.
Well, of course. But that's a good thing to point out, how, like, they didn't, take advantage of that uncanny valley look with her whole face and like make her look directly at the viewer, because I can't remember her looking directly at the audience at any point. Did she?
Yeah, she did.
It was at one point. It's later in the movie. I'll get into it later.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got a memory
I'm
of
talking
it, but
about.
Okay. We can't all talk at one time, people.
Exactly.
We gotta, take turns, okay?
Kids.
And since this is my channel, I get to decide when the turns start. Okay. So next up, okay, y'all. Okay. The first scene that had a little bit of suspense, okay? When we finally witnessed Megan do something bad, okay, first of all, I was trying to take notes for y'all, okay? So I wasn't paying enough attention like I should have been. But, y'all, when that dog snatched on to Megan, oh my goodness, that was the first little suspenseful moment, right? That was the first suspenseful moment. And I was like, okay, Megan is not going to be a joke when it comes to her, like, getting her little revenge. And I knew Megan was going to go crazy after that. And, yeah. Why are you hitting the table? You gonna have to wait. She's trying to. Is that an alarm? Is that an alarm in the middle of my time for my review? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and get it right quick. See, that's why you can't do reviews with other people. Look at this. They gotta stop in the middle of what I have going on.
Look at these kids.
Come on. Okay. Come on.
Look at this child.
Oh my gosh. Come on. Trying to do movie reviews with other people. That was a good scene, right? Did y'all think that that was gonna be like what made her actually start flipping out?
I think something changed.
I mean, no, not really. I didn't really think like the dog would do that, but whenever what was it? What's her name?
Katie?
Yeah, Katie.
little girl?
Whenever she got bit by the dog, yeah, I thought that Megan was really gonna do something.
Well, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so
That's
it
what
was
I
just
meant.
turned,
Like,
I got
what happened, and you felt like you noticed something when that happened. What did you feel like you noticed?
Megan got bit by the dog because at first the dog bit Megan and tried to grab her and stuff. When the dog bit Megan, it bit her and like was biting her arm, and when it bit her head, sparks and like robot computer stuff started going wrong because there was sparks coming from her head and her eyes got wide and like cracked. So I thought that might have done something to her. And
yeah, he noticed that as soon as it happened, he was like trying to whisper to me like, did you see that? Like, this what happened with her eyes? I bet that's what made her turn mean or whatever like that. Okay, so let's move on. What's the next thing we need to discuss? Because Megan was doing a lot of stuff, okay? Ooh. The second Megan started sounding like that dog's owner, I can't remember that lady's name, but she was calling for that dog. I was like, now look, Megan, really? You gonna make yourself sound like this woman to get that dog's attention, and then she gonna hurt that dog? Megan was just down bad for that, okay? Now, no, you cannot. Okay, look.
Sorry. Okay, you know what?
You can't elaborate on every single scene.
Well,
the video is gonna be like 2 hours long. We can't do that, okay? So I'm. How about I point to you when I need you to chime in? How about that? Okay. So yeah. So then I was like, Megan was starting to randomly act a little crazy. And I was like, Megan need to stop acting like that, okay? Now, and then, okay, so not long after the situation with the dog, y'all, the first time Megan decided she wanted to sing a little song, the whole theater started laughing, okay? I was like, not Megan singing songs. Megan, for real. Megan started singing and everybody laughed. So I did get a kick out of that. Like, every time Megan decided to kick off one of the little songs, it was funny. I'm not going to even lie. It really was. See, once Katie started getting a little attitude, and she want to tell her when Megan going to be on or not, and like, she was like, when she was trying to get her to, be like, okay, look, Megan can't just be chiming in whenever I'm trying to have a conversation with you or tell you what to do. And she's like, no. And I was like, okay, now, Katie, you getting a little attitude, okay? Like, we need to get Katie in line. And just like anything else, why did Katie's aunt not be like, okay, you know what? You don't punish me. I'm taking Megan from you for like a week or something like that. Like, you don't just let the child act like that behind the electronics. Because technically, she was a toy, but she's just like an electronic. Okay, if you act crazy behind that phone, I'm taking that phone from you. Okay, but no, she won't let Megan have her. So, let Katie have Megan. So, she should have started nipping that in the bud right there. Okay, then maybe Megan Crazy Tail wouldn't start getting as crazy. Okay, because she should have showed Katie and Megan who was the boss. Okay, she should have did that. Okay, and they had a few bad words, not too many. So if you bring the kids, you know what I'm saying? It was like, 1, 2, 3, something like that.
The dog.
Oh, we going back to the dog.
Okay, so now the human that is owning the dog, she pretty much made the sound of the dog, lured the human into a shed, and then stabby, spray.
Yeah.
Turned her off. So, yeah, she went bye-bye.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
I would like to make a point.
Okay.
Do you think that the dog's owner, that woman, was Megan's first victim? Because she did attack that child before she attacked that woman.
Was that before the dog?
Oh,
yes,
yeah, that was before the dog.
And then they
She
came
ripped
back.
her ear off.
And then, remember, because the officer mentioned that child dying, and he mentioned her.
Oh, that's
so,
right.
At the same time,
That's right. Wait, she's still making her point.
At the same time, that child did get hit by that car. So do you really think that was her, first, murder? Was that, she meant to get him in front of
I feel like that was
but...
manslaughter.
Okay.
I don't know.
So, look, at the end of the day, yes, that was the first victim. I forgot. Lord, see, that's why, I be taking notes, but sometimes we get a little jumped up and stuff. But yeah, so she was down bad for that, just no matter what. Because she didn't have to, that little boy was being bad, but she didn't have to do him like that. He didn't have to pop Megan like that either, but she didn't have to do him like that, okay? So yeah, then, matter of fact, since we went back to the neighbor, that is in the notes. Y'all, the notes is longer than I thought. This one I'm all over the place, okay? So, in typical movie fashion, here go the neighbor outside late at night in the dark, walking around hollering Dewey. Okay? Dewey! Okay, and then just, why you out here this late at night walking around hollering for Dewey when you already suspect that something happened? This is how the people get, that was a typical scene. This is how the people get hurt or killed or towed up in the movie, because you go when it's dark and it's looking scary and you hearing stuff, and then you go investigate. You should know to run at this point. How many movies have we seen? At this point, you should just run, okay?
Yeah.
So, and then I thought that it was something when, like you said, when the police was questioning her, I feel like immediately when she looked at Megan was staring out that window, she knew Megan did it.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so do y'all feel like I kind of feel like she was wrong for not addressing Megan and her issues earlier? Like, cause see, at that point when she looked, she knew Megan did it, but no, you still wanted to, go along and make sure you get this stuff done for work. Like, she should have been trying to put a little stop to Megan that night. Like, once she got to the point to where she was like, okay, Megan might be a problem, and she wrapping her up and all this other stuff. Like, why didn't she do that sooner? Like, why didn't you do that the second you realized that Megan was probably doing something?
So I think that she, of course, this was like a huge technology thing, and everybody was getting paid a lot to do this. So either way, they had a public like presentation that they had to do. So they had to run tests on Megan anyways. So when they saw Megan was doing all of this, she was like, well, at first she was like, we need to fix these problems. And Megan started doing things. She knew something was up, so she took Megan away from Katie.
Yeah, but I mean, I kind of still feel like she could have did something earlier. Like, she could have did something earlier, right? Like, she didn't have to.
I just gotta say, like, whenever you see something wrong or something, you should check it out instead of just waiting to the last moment, like, to check. Because, she had all those files that were corrupted by Megan, because she knew that, if those were ever solved by her creator, she would get caught, and shut down.
Yeah, and I liked the scene when Megan was all creepy and she was playing the piano. When she finally was like, okay, she was gonna address what Megan had going on, and Megan was playing that piano, and Megan said, "Big whoop, she killed a few people."
She was like, big whoopsie. I killed a few people.
Yeah.
She snapped.
I think Megan, at that point, she lost like any sort of remorse for anybody.
And then once again, I was like, Megan, not you singing again. If Megan sang one more dang on song, because at this point we was up to like probably the third song or something like that. It was a lot.
Yeah, it was like the Titanic song. Like, how would you fall asleep to that?
What does that have to do with it?
I don't know what you're
Bro,
talking about. Okay.
that song is more like battle-inducing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not really a sleeping type of thing. So like,
I can see the relation to
foreshadowing something.
You can see. Oh, that reminded you of the whole Annabelle situation.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't see that, did you? Or are you just saying like the previews and stuff? Did you watch it?
No.
Oh,
well,
okay.
no. I think one time.
Okay, how would you watch that?
I don't remember. It was a while.
We'll address that at another.
But I can see the relation between that and that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I thought it was funny, like Megan with her little creepy dance when she was about to off the boss. Yeah, that was like weird. I was like, why did they make her dance like that? Wasn't that like kind of random? I mean, I felt like it ended okay. Of course, we didn't want Megan to like freaking win, okay? Like, they had to take Megan out, okay? First of all, it took them long enough to take Megan out, for one, okay? Because I was like, now, come on now. At some point, then, you know what I was wondering? How was Megan just all of a sudden so strong? Like, even though she was like a robot.
No, really.
Wasn't that weird?
Yeah, mechanically, she had, I can just, like, from what they were doing at first, before she was even Megan, I can tell the way they had her set up, it wasn't clothes and stuff on her. They have, like, these thick metal springs and locks and stuff in there. That has a lot of pressure.
Okay. Because I really was wondering, like...
And also, whenever... Sorry, I just wanted to say super quickly. Whenever they were explaining, like, her mechanics and stuff, and she said that she had, like, a titanium, like, body outer,
Oh, okay.
So she can withstand, attacks and stuff,
Okay, because was you confused too, Serena? Because I was confused at first. At one point, I was like, how high is...
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you, if you have something heavy and stuff, you're gonna need something strong to support it, So that's why I was thinking, like, Megan might have been strong because, she has to keep up that suit of titanium on her,
Maybe so. Okay, yeah, because just at one point I was just like, okay, nah, Megan. I mean, I know she's like a little robot or whatever, but like, how y'all can't stop Megan? Like, how is Megan stronger than all the adults and humans and stuff? You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking at first.
Survive a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Machine
Okay.
learning.
Okay. So, all right. What thoughts do you have? What final thoughts do you have? What would you give it? You know what? We didn't do the traditional like movie watch time and all this, movie watch category and all that other stuff. But we will still give it a small, medium, or a large popcorn. So I'm gonna start with Serena, and then I'll point to who's next. So okay, what would you give it, and what are your just overall thoughts, Serena?
Okay, I would give it a medium popcorn. I definitely think it was horror with a good bit of gore, suspense, but also some comedy throw in. It's supposed to be scary, but it's also not supposed to be taken too seriously with the way some scenes were. What else? There were a few illogical, like things that just didn't make sense. Little flaws, I guess you could say, that I noticed in the movie. Just a few. But
like what?
Again,
what was it? What little flaws did you see? That come on,
okay, yeah.
People want to know. They want to know if this is something.
Spoilers. I don't know why, but like we already
passed that.
Yeah.
We're into the.
We spoiled the entire movie.
Okay,
yeah.
we gave them a timestamp. Okay, they
That's
know.
true.
They're only still watching if they want to know what happened. What did you see?
One of the flaws was in the ending. Sorry, in the ending fight scene where Katie decided to use the robot to fight Megan. I remember the aunt, Jenna, had thrown down the robot when she had first entered that workshop.
She did, huh?
Yeah, and then when Katie showed up, the robot was just already standing to be able to fight Megan. And when the thing fell down after Katie, when the robot fell down after Katie tried to turn it to keep fighting Megan, it fell down and like no more using. So it couldn't have gotten up. So like, what was that about? But yeah, there was that. Other little notes. I'm glad they didn't show the dead dog.
Me
just,
too.
Just seeing it get whipped away was enough. But it was fun. It was like scary, but it was fun. So yeah.
So you thought it was scary? I thought it was just more suspenseful. I didn't.
Yeah, not like.
I wasn't really scared.
Yeah, I've definitely seen scary, but yeah, it was like a fun horror flick, I guess.
Yeah.
So
okay, so you give it a medium popcorn. Mm-hmm. Okay, just a quick review, not too long-winded. A small, medium, or large popcorn. What would you give it?
I gotta give it a solid. What did I say? Like a 4.5.
Nobody asked you a number. Oh my god!
Small, medium, or large.
This is why it's difficult to do this with
small,
people.
Small, medium.
No,
small,
you pick one. Small, medium, or large.
Okay, medium.
Okay, medium.
I gotta
popcorn.
give it a medium because it was funny. It had those scenes where it was like a horror film,
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it wasn't that scary until like she really got to the killing part,
Okay, KJ, what would you give
and
it?
the funny stuff.
Yeah. Okay, what would you give
All
it?
right.
Small, medium, or large? And once again, we're not going to be too long-winded.
I'm just gonna explain too a little bit. So I'm gonna say it's a medium popcorn because the movie itself was good. It wasn't too scary. It was funny, and I just liked the movie itself. But I would give it a medium popcorn because I wouldn't want to give it a real large rating since there were some things that I didn't feel like could have needed to be in the movie. But they didn't have to show the kid's ear getting stretched off till it got ripped off, him bleeding, falling down the street, getting ran over by a car, and blood getting sprayed and that kind of stuff.
So you felt like that was a bit much for you?
No, it wasn't too much, but I feel like for other people it would be too much.
They gave it a medium popcorn. I'm going to actually give Megan a large popcorn. And let me tell you why. I'm going to give it a large because, honestly, I don't know, like, what's been going on, but I just really you haven't been seeing reviews. I haven't really been going to the movies. It wasn't really a thing. So honestly, I'm giving it a large because to say that the trailer caught my attention and I was like, oh, I think I want to go see that. And then I went to see it and I wasn't disappointed. I didn't feel like I wasted my money. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm completely satisfied with going here to see this. And, you know, there wasn't anything about it that just made me be like, oh, okay, that sucked or this sucked or any, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like it was, like it caught my attention and I paid attention the whole way through, and I didn't really have any moments where I was like, this is boring, or why would they write that, or this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I went and I had a good time. So I think that it was a large popcorn for me personally because I wasn't disappointed, and yeah, it was overall it was good. Look, whoever wrote the script, I think they did a good job. And like I said, there were like the elements of fashion and all this other stuff with Megan and her outfits and stuff like that. Like, I pay attention to the random details and stuff like that. So I really enjoyed it. And I think if you go see it, you'll enjoy it too. And another thing, the movie was an hour and 42 minutes long. And for me, you get a large popcorn if I don't feel like I've been in there a long time. Okay. So look, the time didn't bother me either, okay? I felt like I was in there. It was good enough for me to, like, keep going and not checking the time, like, God, what time is it? Is this over yet? Is it almost over? You know what I'm saying? It was just enough, okay? It was just long enough, like, just enough to keep me watching, just long enough for me to not start getting tired or bored or anything like that. I didn't get sleepy. So, you know, all those things matter to me. So, yeah, I honestly thought that it was pretty good. So, as always, let me know in the comments down below, what did you think? Like, if you thought something was cheesy, if you didn't like something, let me know. If we like something that you didn't like or something like that, let us know down in the comments below. We'd love to chat with you about it. So, yeah, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the little bell notification so that you're notified every time I upload a video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, and thanks for watching.